All right, guys, how's it going? It's turned out nice again. Hey, I've just had a nice shave. Sí. Para mi chica española. How's it going? You all right? Things are not going well for me today. Not on a personal level or anything, but to do with Cop Talk content. I recorded a video for you this minute, 40 minutes long, decided not to publish it. I've attempted to record the podcast twice, abandoned it. I didn't send an email out yesterday to those of you that like my email updates. The link is in the video description right at the very bottom. It's free to subscribe. I didn't get that done yesterday, and I still haven't got it done today. It's now approaching 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me, which is not good. So I'm feeling very overwhelmed today. It's just everything's just going wrong. It's just not falling into place, and so the video that I am recording now is going to be about Jordan Henderson, but very brief, for the simple reason that everything that I've abandoned previously was me talking about that. So 40 minutes on Jordan Henderson on a video, 20 minutes on a podcast, and attempted the podcast again. I don't want to talk about Jordan Henderson anymore. That's it. So, but what we are going to do is we are going to touch on him briefly. If Liverpool Football Club, right, sold houses, if they were on a stage, if they sold houses, I would be like to them straight away as a customer, because they literally give things away. How can Jordan Henderson only command a transfer valuation or a transfer fee of 10 million? Right, them lot in the flip-flops, they're trying it on. They want to try and get him on a free. Right, now whether you like, I know some of you go, I'd drive him there myself, I'll pay them 10 million to take it. I get it, I understand it. Some of you don't like him. I'm not a Jordan Henderson fanboy. I don't care whether he stays or leaves. Personally, I think I'd rather he stayed, was part of a squad, but I understand it all. 700,000 a week, ridiculous. But I know the boy wants to play for Liverpool. He's proud to captain Liverpool, and I'll tell you this. If he does leave Liverpool, he will cry like a baby. I mean, he will be emotional, he will cry, he'll have to be, because that's how much it means to Jordan Henderson to play for Liverpool. So you just think about that when you're saying things that are unacceptable about him. So actually, I don't think anyone that's on here that contributes in the comments and that's here for the right reasons would ever do that. But I know I do have some divs that watch my videos that lurk here. And they're the type of people that overstep the line and do not understand the Liverpool way. I don't have a problem with anyone saying, I don't sell him, let's get rid of him, it's time to move on. Great, I agree. I ain't got a problem with that. I've just seen some terrible stuff online about Jordan Henderson. So anyway, I don't want to get into that too much. So my point of the video is, 10 million, really? Like 10 million? Yeah, how can they, right, think that they can get him on a free in the first place? And then why would Liverpool turn around and say, well, 10 million will be all right? To me, it sounds like Liverpool are trying to get rid of him. But it sounds like people above. I don't think it's Klopp. The boy wants to play for Liverpool. He's very proud to play for Liverpool. And like I said, he will cry when he leaves. There aren't many players leave Liverpool in tears. He would cry. And he's obviously made a point of showing how fit he is. I mean, he looks great, doesn't he? Hashtag no homo. He looks great. He wants to play for club and country, so I think it would be important for him to stay in the Premier League to make sure he's in with the international stuff and that. But we know that Jurgen really likes him, so Jurgen's not going to be in a rush to get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? He's just not. But conversations have to be held, and I think, my personal opinion, and I have nothing to back this up, it's just what I think is happening. I think there's people above Jurgen that are saying, look, if you want Romeo Lavio, for example, then, you might have to get rid of Golden Boy, to make that happen. Because if you look at the players that have been moved out, are being considered to move out, the money that's coming off the wage bill is phenomenal. It's incredible, right? Okay. And I think that the people above Jurgen are probably saying like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. Jurgen then has to think, listen to them and go, all right, okay, all right, I'd rather keep him, but I'm going to have a conversation with him. He wants to talk to me. So Jordan goes in and says, what's the crack? And Jurgen has to be honest, he can't lie. And he's going to say, well, I'm this is the midfield that I'm looking at, what I'm building for the future. Jordan, personally, I'd happy for you to stay around, but you might not be, you might not figure as much. And Jurgen has to be honest and say, look, you know, captain of Liverpool Football Club is the first name on the team sheet. It could get embarrassing, you know, that if he finds himself in a situation on the bench all the time, or a lot more. I think Jurgen will just be dead up front with him, and he'll probably say, if you can get 700 grand a week, son, go and get 700 grand a week. You know, very mature conversations, I think, have to take place between the people that count, not us, the fans. I know you think we count, but we haven't got to say anything like that, really. But the people that count, the people that are involved in the process, not the agents, not the owners, but Jurgen, Jordan, you know, and maybe Steven Gerrard as well. But so the journalists are all making like various contradictory claims about the situation. He's leaning that way, no he's not, yes he is, no he isn't, and all that, because they're going by what they're being fed. Some of the old school journalists that are not very good anymore, but used to be very good with Liverpool back in the day, have surfaced again because they know Steven Gerrard and they're getting bits of info from him, allegedly. You know, there's been talks, this talks that, talks this, talks that. Come on, knock it off. Steven Gerrard's picked up a phone and rang his mate, Jordan Henderson, and said, look, do you want to come and play for us? I'd love you to come and play out here with me. Right, and Jordan Henderson, I reckon, has replied, not really, because, you know, I want to play for England, I want to play for Liverpool. This is where I want to be. I'm not ready for that yet. Certainly something for the future. At that point, did Steven Gerrard turn around and go, okay, all right, mate, I understand? Or do you think he would have turned around and said, look, Jordan, I'll be honest with you, I've been in your situation, I've been the captain of Liverpool, I know what it's like to try and cling on to that, I know what it's like to be at your age, and I know you've probably got a bit more left in you, but look what's happening at the club. Look what's happening at the club. The club is changing. You're not going to figure as much. If you want to be that, that's fine. But you could come out here, you can bring the family, you know, you're going to be stinking rich. I mean, they're already rich anyway, but you're going to be stinking rich. Your family for generations, they'll never have to do anything ever again in their lives. And I'd love you to be, you know, the family. We're friends. We'll have a good time. We'll have a good laugh, right? So I don't think Jordan Henderson is motivated by money in the slightest. I genuinely think there is not a player at that club that wants to play more for Liverpool Football Club than Jordan Henderson. That's what people say to him that I know anyway. That I know, that know him, etc., and close to his circle. And people that I know that are not close to him as well, that work in a professional capacity to do with the club. You know, he's a total pro, whether you like him or not. And I can imagine he's finding it very difficult right now, you know, wrestling with it, like, you know, because at the end of the day, it's about game time as well. And I can imagine it's really difficult for him because, like I say, I believe he'll cry. If he leaves, if he decides to leave, he'll cry. If he stays at Liverpool, he's turning down that money because he wants to play for Liverpool. Yet these fuckers that, like, mock him and, you know, take the piss out of him and everything, they're doing that with someone that would do anything for the club, you know, so they need to remember that. So I have no idea what will happen, guys. I'm really surprised by it all, to be honest with you. Really, really surprised by it all. I would imagine that the conversation between Jordan and Jurgen Klopp will decide the outcome of that. And what I mean by that, yeah, Jurgen's probably gone, I don't really want to sell him, you know, and I'm sure Jordan is saying, I don't really want to go, but they're going to have a mature discussion together and base it on the future and what's going to happen. And I think if I was the manager, I'd be saying, I really don't want you to go. Do you know what I mean? But I can't guarantee you that game time. I can't be buying this and buying that and not, you know, utilising it. You aren't getting any younger. And yes, you can do a job without a doubt. I have complete faith in you. But this is an opportunity for you to go and rake it in, son. You've given your everything to this club, and I can't promise you that. But you do what you want to do. That's what I imagine Jurgen is saying to him. And then Jordan has to make a decision on that. And do you know what? I am not a Jordan Henderson fanboy. You know, I used to take the piss, banter. There's a difference between bantering and being evil. You know, I used to say, you know, calling 5-yard and stuff like that. And I dropped that term. And do you know what? I usually stick with my nicknames with people. You know, I like the nicknames. We have a laugh, right? Do you know what I mean? But you'll have noticed with Jordan, I dropped that nickname. Usually I do, because usually it winds people up a little bit. And you know, I like to be a bit cheeky and stuff like that. I like to have a joke. But I dropped calling him 5-yard out of respect. I did, honestly. He still passes 5 yards. You know what I mean? I'm not bothered. Sell him. No problem. I got no problem with that. Let's move forward. He probably is part of the problem moving forward. We've got to move forward. But 10 million, really? Yeah. Now, what is funny about this is the top Reds will be in meltdown about it all. That's funny, especially because they're, golden boy, the other golden boy, Steven Gerrard's gone out there. Now they're wanting to take Jordan Henderson out there as well. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm sure they'll have thought, oh, well, Stevie will do us a favour. He'll give us 50 million. No, Steven Gerrard's only concern, right, and priorities are Steven Gerrard, right, and his family and the club that he works for now. He owes nothing to Liverpool football. He's not going to say, yeah, 50 million, yeah, give that to Liverpool. No, he's going to turn around and say, fuck that off. He's only worth this. He's not going to let his employers be ripped off. And his employers are going to really, really respect him for that. They're going to say, nice one, thank you, okay, we won't do that then. A free transfer, that's quite funny. Don't know where that's come from. I actually think that's made up, but I don't know. It's a very, 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 very strange situation. This. Usually things are easy to call. Usually people are saying one thing. Absolutely everybody, whether it's the journalists, whether it's people I know, whether it's people on the members' website, everybody's got like a different angle on it, which to me suggests, like when there's infighting, but I don't think there's any drama. I don't think there's anyone, big bust-ups at Anfield. I think everyone's torn with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you've got people in the club that say, no, I think you should get rid of him. And then you've got people like Jurgen a little bit lower down saying, sorry, I've just got a notification on my phone. People like Jurgen saying, well, I don't really want to get rid of him, but I can't lie to him. And then you've got the player that's like, well, I really want to stay here and I want to play for England as well in the big tournaments. Come to the end of my career, do I really want to be going out there? And then you've got Steven Gerrard out there going, I've done it all before, mate. Are you stupid? It's over. It's over, Jordan, or it's going to be over soon. Come with me, we'll have a good laugh. And you'll make absolutely loads and loads and loads of money. So you can see, can't you, all the different personalities are all clashing with it all. And I think that's why we're seeing this, like, what the fuck's going on sort of thing, So, listen, whatever happens, I wish the lad well. I really do. And, I've seen ridiculous comments like, the greatest captain after Gerrard of all time. These kids must be like 15, 16 saying, I don't know. But, he's not. But his heart's in the right place. And then, all right, you get nowhere in football for having a nice heart. If that was the case, Eric Meyer would still be at the club, you know what I'm saying? But you can't ask for a more professional footballer that's given his everything to that club. And he ain't the greatest. And I don't, you know what I mean? But leave him alone. Do you know what I mean? If you're one of them supporters watching this, because you wouldn't be welcome around these parts if you commented and said something disgusting about any Liverpool player. You're entitled to your opinions about anything. And I'll stick up for you if you're in a minority with your opinions, as long as you're expressing your opinions sensibly. But if you disrespect, a Liverpool player like that, yeah, you're not welcome around these parts. Fucking definitely not. And I couldn't give a fuck who you are. You know what I mean? So, I follow some people on Twitter. Not many. To do with Liverpool. And I'm quite aligned with some of their opinions, but I've seen some of their tweets today and the last few days that to me are unacceptable, to the point where I'm like, I don't think I can follow you, because, and that sounds petty, I would never look at someone and go, oh, I don't agree with that, I won't follow, just because we have a different opinion. But this is an opinion about respect in the Liverpool way, and I'm wrestling with it a little bit at the minute, some of these people. So that's one thing. And then, right, they're now talking about Fabinho, 40 million or something like that, and talking about this massive, for months and months and months, this massive midfield overhaul and rebuild, and now we're getting rid of every midfielder. So that can only be, these moves, if you like, can only be positive if you're on that side of like, I want to bring in him, because there will be further signings. It's a confusing time, but I still think it's an exciting time. I mean, I'm not going to shed a tear when Jordan Henderson leaves. If he leaves, whether it's this year or next year, he's going to leave at some point. I won't shed a tear. I'll just go, nice one, thanks for everything you did, kid. Well done, So, but Fabinho as well, listen, I'm going to be watching this league. I'm going to watch it. And there's no, as far as I'm aware, there's no television rights deal in place with the UK at the moment. But that will come, won't it? Someone will pick that up. It's going to be out there if you've got a dodgy box and all that. I mean, I haven't got one. My friend's got one. Bizarrely, he lives in the same house as me. I never fucking see him, but he's left one in there. So I'll be watching it. And I think what we will do is, first of all, my video will get restricted. Every time I talk about that league on here, my videos are being restricted, okay? Anyway, I think this is what we're going to do. Last season, I said, next season, the one coming, I said, we're going to, for a laugh, we're going to pick like a non-league team or something like that. There's going to be like just our second club, not to support or anything, but just as a side interest, so we can have a laugh on the streams on a Saturday and say, right, it's my team's against your team in conference this week, you fuck. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to do that now. I think what we should do next year on here, or next season on here, is we pick a team each, right? I will pick a team for those of you that want to participate, and we'll all have a team in the Saudi League. Because it'll give us something to talk about. We're going to be talking about it for ages, aren't we? So we might as well do that. You know what I mean? It comes at a cost, though. It comes at a cost. What we'll do, otherwise we'll have thousands of people wanting to do it. What we'll do is, for everyone that hits that love heart button, I will pick them a team. Not now. I will do it. I will record a specific video, and I'll say, this is your chance. If you want to take part, let's say, I don't know what the minimum is, you know what I mean, if it's 50p, a pound, whatever, hit that, do that, and then I will print your name off or whatever, and then on a live stream, I will draw out your name with your Saudi team. And then what we'll do is, when I've got an idea on numbers, we'll do some competition prizes or something for it. Do you know what I mean? So it's supporting me in a way, but it also gives us something to talk about and to have a laugh about next season. What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea? Would you take part in that? I think we'll do that. So I will record a video specifically saying, enter now or whatever. You know, pick your get in. We'll pick your teams and we'll do it on a live stream one Saturday night, and we'll find out who your teams are. I don't know. We'll just have a laugh. I thought about it when I was having a didgeridoo a minute ago. I was sat on a little reading the paper. And I was like, yeah, that'll be all right. We'll do that. And I know those of you that will get Steven Gerrard's team will be really, really happy. You know what I mean? Knowing my luck, I mean, am I allowed to take part? I'm taking part. Yeah. But if I win a prize, then I will. I mean, I don't know how you would win a prize. How would you win a prize? We'd have to have the team that wins the league, I guess, or top 3. But what if there's more than one person? We'll have to have a prize for everyone then, won't we? I don't know. We'll work it out. But I think we should have I think we need to study this Saudi League a little bit, and I think that's a good way of us having a laugh. And yeah, I can't say now, well, this will be the competition prize because only 5 of you might take part. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do that. We're going to have an interest in the Saudi League next year as well, just for a laugh. We'll do the draw live on a Saturday night or whenever. So you can see it, you know, it's not fixed or anything. And yeah, we'll do that. So let me know your thoughts on Jordan Henderson. When I say thoughts, I mean 10 million? I don't understand that. Can you imagine buying an house off Liverpool? Oh yeah, we've got this house. It's worth $500,000, mate, but you could give us 50 grand, you can have it. Oh, if you wait a couple of years, you can have it for nothing. I don't understand. Right. Oh, and some people say, well, no, they should pay more. They've got loads of money. No, that's not how it works. Fuck that. Just because someone's got loads of money don't mean they're going to get ripped off. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I don't know. I won't do that competition thing today because I'm not in the right frame of mind for it. I'm having a howl over the... Right. I need a drink or something, and a little break, and then I'll go back to my desk. Let me know what you think about Henderson, the valuation. Do you think he'll go? I do think that Jurgen and the conversation between Jurgen and Jordan will be the deciding factor in all of that. To sell Jordan Henderson for 10 million to me, if that is what happens, would be just seems crazy. I don't understand what that means. Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I got a message in Spanish. Okay, let me know about Fabinho as well. And this, you know, you sell Fabinho, you're getting Navia, aren't you? That has to happen. So it is exciting. It's just a little bit confusing at the moment. All right, guys, speak to you soon.